number of nades like you do in CSGO. You know, you have a certain limited amount of utility so that you know how to spread it out throughout the match. If you do the same in PUBG, you gain a lot of
momentum.
Not a lot of momentum, but no.
Violence.
A lot of practice, you know when to drop your nades.
Right.
Speed. Here comes the plane, though. Talking about speed, very, very fast approaching on that island there, and it's a good trajectory indeed. North to south, it will be covering a lot of areas. The far reaches on the west and east coast are not going to be covered, but you could do a long drop, of course. George Bull as well will be attainable by a long drop. And we do see teams, just so to put this up there, we do see teams spread out quite evenly tonight.
Yeah, that is true. We don't see many teams, like we don't see three ways, four ways in one area. By the way, this is like what I like to call a public game plane. It's like default.
Yeah, have a look at this though. Nobody challenging Theater of Mayhem and Yasnaya this time around.
And GCO already going for Milta Power or Prison, maybe Shelter. That seems to their the area, right?
Mm-hmm. It is.
NIP going for Rozok again. Interesting to see that NIP is so aggressive with their placements, right?
Yeah.
With the area of choice. FlyQuest again within the Sunken City. So this is the 3 times out of 3 today when they land in that spot. The same, well, you can say the same about NIP.
What is Comet doing though? He's heading towards Pachinki, and he's he might have a rough spot if he does that. North side of Pachinki, we do see him in a vehicle there. Perhaps he's swapping vehicles. Not too sure what's going on. Well, we'll find out pretty soon. Oh, actually, no. Hang on. I was wrong. Again, this is a challenge from Team Apex Esports towards Theater of Mayhem. Yeah.
The second time.
Second time, indeed. And Red already been dinked down a little bit there.
And they lost the battle last time as well.
Yeah, they did.
Right? So this is an interesting choice. They were like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to do it again. Wow.
Yay.
This circle will be mad.
Yay. Still covering some parts of military base, so the teams that are currently in Novo and military, they're going to be very happy with their loot. Teams like G-Core and Havu are going to have to make quite a long walk to that one. Theater of Mayhem as well. And we do see C9 as well, heading back to their Kameshki Stalber strat. And this time, actually, Define Legit is going to be there. Ghost Gaming are going to be on Stalber as well.
Havu again within Milta, but this time I don't think they actually have anyone contesting them in the position. The problem with Havu, G-Core, and 2 other teams going in the area is the fact that they all know with this plane, a lot of teams are going to the east side. So when you want to breach the circle right now, you're gonna meet them.
True.
The best position to be in, like Team PogChamp has actually a very good position right now. From Severny, they can take the west side, go through Georgopol, breach the river there, and be kind of safe.
Yeah. And we go into Yasnaya drop Framiana, where we do see Theater of Mayhem here again being contested, as we said, by Apex Esports. This time around, they kind of split the map in half. They split the city in half. Fildo's still a bit too far ahead.
This might be very passive. They can actually not see each other for a very long time and just, go separate ways.
Yeah.
So we'll not see a battle here at all. Although Apex, I think they did the duplexes that are like high loot area already, and they went to west side of Yasnaya, so they know that there's Theater of Mayhem, and they just want to go away.
Yeah, that is it. And that wouldn't be a bad thing to do, to be honest with you. They also have the access, Apex have the access to a potential car spawn, so they would be okay with that. Coddle is, in the meantime, seeing one of his teammates getting down, but that teammate, Chappie, will be... No, actually, sorry, Card is... Oh, sorry, Chappie is C9. Card is taking him out.
Okay.
With a machete.
Machete. That was...
Riotus Bestia, indeed being beastly.
So
I didn't see Chappie's nickname there, and it was like, hang on a second, that's C9.
Cloud9 already losing a member early in the game. Interesting.
That's a rip GG, and well, his teammates are nowhere close. They're on the opposite side of the map. Anyway, getting back into it, some teams have already made their way into the circle. A lot of them haven't. Pachinki's still covered by the first white. This is going to be a bloodbath on the This is going to be another bloodbath on the east and northeast side. There's no other way around it. There's no other way you can get into the safety of the white without having teams on your back.
Gambino taking the Pierre. Is K actually in the
What
Gambino?
are Pierre?
Yes, yeah. Both K and Lush are from the same team, so they have this compound. Snipey is from our team at first, so now a small battle will be between them.
There's a battle here from Ashik into the Legos. Taking shots against Kyborg, but those shots don't connect well enough, but now they do. However, Ashik has to reload. That gives their enemies time to move in. The red-blue taking shots. Kyborg as well, very low right now. Is going to be knocked out. Great shots by 17, and that will result in a knockout with the possibility of a res, but I'm not too sure if a res is going to be happening. Look at Ashik already going in. What an aggressive dude. He doesn't take any... Oh, no, actually, he does take his time. He won't be going for the frag. And, yeah, Hypok will finish.
I think he got 3 kills right now. That's fantastic. White Tempt Fate.
Yep.
We didn't see much of them in the previous games, but now...
That was a steal.
Yeah. This is actually pretty nice.
Yeah, White Tempt Fate seem to have a recurring theme of going towards the puzzles on the skull area. And it's a good place to be. Freshy talking about good places to be. And he's right next to a drop. And what he's got is a Car 98 with an 8x scope on it. Not a bad one. But it doesn't have a secondary. Only a bolt action.
He is low on loot right now.
Yeah, and West Coast. West Coast
and
loot, man.
He had some problems with jumps through that wall, so he was just like, yeah, I'm going to abandon this plan. I'm going to just go around.
I'm a pig head when it comes to those. I just keep going and going and going until I get shregged.
Well,
yo, I can do it.
Hit and run on that West Coast, they have the time of their life. They can just spend 5 minutes there looting, getting their equipment.
Well, not for long, actually, because teams are going to be starting to move in.
Well, still a lot of time, man. Still a lot of time. They know that a lot of teams are on the east side, so it takes like 2 minutes to cross to that circle. Even with vehicles, even with bikes.
Check this one out. Haxeti has been taking some damage there, and I do believe that would have been Havo Gaming. Kind of close to them. We see one member, Encelenso, holding on to the angle where Haxeti is. So, so far, they haven't spotted each other. This is a long distance in between those compounds and Milta. There are some divots to work with here, so I don't think there's going to be a frag coming in necessarily, unless Havo Gaming want to go crazy, but I don't think they will. They're not that kind of team. They are aggressive, but they play a strategically aggressive game. And look at this. NIP read the situation perfectly, and they go in through the northeast a bit earlier. And this is good because they're avoiding a whole cluster F, which is about to happen as soon as the circle strangles.
Now let's see if Borg will travel safely through that field, because it can end badly for him right now.
It's always a pleasure to watch a motorbike going through a field, because you never know what's going to happen. This time, though, he makes it safely. So, and they're going to be breaching a compound. That's, well, in no need to be breached. It is nice and peaceful over here. NIP having a good position into the next white. And
you can see NIP really decent loot. The bulk of the level 3 helmet, level 2 vest, Mini 14, and an M4. That's fantastic. Frolicer taking a shot at Ghost Gaming right now.
Yep. Frolicer cannot connect any of his M16s, but now he does. Actually, good damage done against Define Light, and he keeps on taking them pot shots no longer. Ghost Gaming, or sorry, rather Define Legit from Ghost Gaming, will make his way out of there safely. So, in the comfort of his, 4x4 UAZ. Nice.
Yeah. It was actually not that easy to hit those shots.
Oh, look at this one, though. NIP might be breached themselves.
Ooh. Wolf. I mean, it's a WO1F. Why people
League, man,
like that? Gelforce Esports.
Gelforce Esports, yeah.
Might be... actually, never mind. They're just going to
tempted.
go into the middle of the circle. They're like, nah, you know what? We're not going to take this compound. We're just going to breeze through the field.
And that compound actually doesn't offer great visibility on the south side there, so that's why NIP didn't go for the aggressive shots. This time they took some just to make sure that, no, they're not going to be breached themselves.
We lost Profi right now. And that is Apex Esport.
Rip.
I am Phil, killed Profi.
Rip Rafi. He will never be forgotten.
Yeah, the MVP from the last game, at least for me. Yeah. Already knocked out as the 5th player.
Yeah, for me, I had to be defined on the last one. But anyway, check this one out. Havo Gaming coming in, G-Core coming in as well. All approaching the same angle. Sooner or later, they're going to run into squads, or they're going to have to fight each other off. This East Coast is going to be quite frantic. They're FlyQ already in a compound there, but they're kind of at the edge of the white. They're going to have to face off at least one team coming into this one. And they're playing a split game here. Look at this one. Each player is in a different compound, so if they get breached separately, I don't really favor their chances. I don't know. For crossfire purposes, yes. But for the reasons of staying alive, I don't think this is a good idea. So they group up now.
Yep. Stay alive. Stay alive.
Yes, that is exactly the song I was thinking of.
Solid FPS. Look at his position. He's taking his
Lol.
time.
He wants to come in from the north, and I can't blame him for it. He might be going for a bit of a tank into Severdi. I don't know if anybody.
Oh
knows
my
about
god!
it.
G-Core Meteor
Oh,
just
no.
killed himself with Eagle Explosion. Unlucky.
Oh, and Austin again. First, had a bit of a hard time there with the motorbike the last
Woo.
round. This one has a hard time with the buggy. Smoking
Hypok.
pile of ashes is what's left of him after Hypok is done with that AK. White Tempt Fate finding a good frag.
I think that's his 4th kill in this game. It's pretty nice. This is almost like
Very
reaching.
nice.
Very nice, my friend. Very
Yeah.
nice. It's getting almost the level of additional points for killing
Oh.
people. So that's nice for them. White Temp Fate definitely needs some points.
Absolutely. Now, many squads have found their way into the safety of the white, and now they're taking shots. G-Core having a hard moment moving through. 54th does not connect though, so for better or worse, G-Core going to be okay with that one. Or is it G-Core? No, it was Snick.
Grachi.
Oh,
54th
Team
is
Grachi.
from Grachi.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was a G-Core thing, but no, it was a Snick. Now, let's have a look at this one. NIP having very, very close teammates. Havo Gaming, enemies rather. Havo Gaming close to the yellows there. Those yellows don't offer great visibility, so Havo need to be a bit careful in their pursuit here. They're widely open from the hills to their north, which actually don't have any enemies, but they're also widely open towards the open south.
I actually don't think that they are that bad, you know? Those buildings, although flat, they are not that easy to breach. Because when you're inside the yellow building, you have one spot when someone doesn't nade you.
Behind the
have-
couch. Yeah.
It's like, kind of behind the house, kind of behind the couch, but there's no way anyone can see you outside of the building.
Yeah. Now, we see Gil for Esports, Wolf rather, taking long shots with the UMP.
So he found the hipster VSS. So it's an UMP with a 2-time scope or a 4-time scope would be. Which is actually funny. Some people argued that UMP with a 4-time
It's better,
scope
yeah.
is better than VSS.
It is.
I disagree, but okay.
Because of basically because of the Mac, and because of if you find a suppressor, again, you're not going to be heard long distance. But then again, yeah, it's a bit hard to find that suppressor. Though, we must say this, not a lot of teams left to play Quarry.
Woo! He hit
That was a
that
nice
shot
shot.
with the
Ow.
8-time scopes on. I don't know who that was. That was
Caden.
Caden.
Yep.
Undercover Pie hitting some really nasty shots from the car 98. But as you can see,
Yeah,
it didn't do
envious.
a lot of damage. I think he hit him in the hand, or he has level 3 armor.
Yeah, one of the two, indeed. Envious there, a bit of a difficult spot onto Quarry, but they're still going to be alive. Not a lot of challenge. NIP now, they're going to have to make their way outside of it. The next white has been revealed, and it does not include them. So they're going to make their own luck and get into their dachas and hope for a better position. The position on the hill that they have just to their south is good, but G-Core is already there, and I'm not too sure if they're stopping. It's just Jempty in a car, but he's not stopping there. We do see Fuzzface's teammate a bit towards the right side there. They seem to be pushing on and on and on. NIP as well, I think they're going to be going for the center strat, and if they do that, they're going to be running into Envious, they're going to be running into Gale Force. Nowhere is safe right now.
Yeah.
Action is definitely coming.
Zulululu.
Zululul.
we all actually see the first
Oh,
team. We
no way.
didn't talk about it, but Apex Esports is already taken down. The first team to lose their position in game 3.
Rip GG for Apex Esports. In the meantime, though, Fuzzy Potato from Hooligans taking some shots at Hawk City. Now, Hawk City being downed from another angle. Nicola was the one that actually took him down to that scenario. Hit and run are also close by. So that's an unfortunate moment for Hawk City.
He's
None of
getting
his
still
teammates are
shot
close.
at, so it's not a good position to be in. I don't think anyone can actually help him from
Nope,
other
no.
members of G-Core.
No, he's dead. He is absolutely gone.
We see
Whoa,
Jempty
so
going for
far.
him.
That was 800 meters that Nicola hit her shot for him. Or maybe 500 meters. Yeah, rather 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Wait,
7.
wait.
700 meters. Wow.
Oh, wow. Well, actually, that's a nice shot.
Well, man. Not bad at all. Oof. Sexy stuff. NIP ditching their vehicles. Now they're going to be going by foot on still. Look at Cloud9 making their way. Theater of Mayhem making their way into the circle as well. But Solid and Moody are separated, and I don't really like this. Avenkir as well separated by his teammates, Katastic, X-Chris as well. And they're tanking. They're tanking hard.
Someone is still on the military island. I didn't have time to actually see who it was.
Oh, look at this one. Frolizer being chased by Bikini Model. But yeah,
Yeah, on the
motorbike
bike.
way too fast for you, my brother. And he makes his way outside of the blue. 30 seconds still in there. And he's just going to find a different spot to go inside into it. Moody, he's in a bit of a difficult... is that why Frawlister's making his way towards Moody. Moody has a
The other
free
one-
frag. He
oh
has
my
to have a
God.
free frag here. Yes, that buggy. Such an annoying place to be in the backseat there. Venkyr not even going to stop to bring Pony Rider up. And that's going to be the end of the one who travels with the horsies.
Man, nasty shots. Nasty shots from that Mini 14. Now he's also getting, most likely, the 8 kits, the boosters that he needs to survive that circle and run into it. Because
And
unless
Frawlister already has his back.
Frawlister can also go back for him, right? So
Yeah,
that's-
he's coming to get him. That's for sure. That's for sure. That's why he was taking that bike, taking the long run there. I thought he was approaching from a different perspective. But yeah, he's going to be picking up Moody. So there you go. C9 with a good chance in this one. And with a good frag as well. Pony being taken out from Theater of Mayhem. And just a slight smidge on the southern island. You can see Coddley's from Riotus Bestia in there with his teammates. Railgun, well, he's going to be gone for sure. He is from the same squad, though, but he's going for that boat. Perhaps they can find it.
Yeah.
And perhaps you can find this loot box, which contains... Nice. Very
AVM.
nice.
with a military vest and a painkiller, man. That painkiller.
Just to top it off, you know, there's
Yeah.
a cherry on top of the cake.
I don't see actually a lot of boosters in drops.
There you go, man. Yeah, it is not a common theme. You would find your medkit rather than you'd find your painkiller. But yeah, there you go. Nice. Very nice loot. Now, Circle coming in here. We will be finding where the next one's going to be coming in by. In the meantime, most of their teams have found their spot. Railgun coming back towards his teammates.
With a
we'll be-
boat. Yep.
Yeah, with a boat. We'll be picking them up there. That's what they were waiting for. And, well, they'll try to make their way on the southern side, which seems to be kind of okay for the moment. But Ghost Gaming seem to make their way towards the beach to find legitimate Mikoi. Mikoi?
At first,
Masoi?
yeah, at first taking now shots at Ghost Gaming, and they're in the open. So if they're gonna hit something, this is gonna be nasty for Ghost Gaming. But I think they're getting out of it.
Yeah, they're not going to be stopping by. So Fliss can take all the shots he wants in the world. There's not a good angle from this compound towards the beach. Karis might have a better perspective, but alas, it's not that great as well.
Man, SKS with the 8x scope, that's one of my favorite weapon. Kala knocked out Moody right now with the Mini 14, and he got killed.
Oh man, C9 having a hard time there. Moody has been picked up earlier by his teammate. Osir.
Hit and run, hitting some really sick shots right now.
Yeah.
First, Nikola with that Car 98 towards G-Core. I think that was Jump T, right?
Mhm.
And now, Kala from his team also hit some nice shots.
What
Holy moly, what a circle!
What-
This is gonna get nasty.
What am I looking at, man? More than half of the circle in the water. If it wasn't that on the previous one, then it is this time around.
But
Okay,
it's
then.
not the same as it would have been just open space. Primorsk will
Again, a battle of towns. I love
Yeah.
it, man. I love it.
this will make this circle interesting because there will be so many people hiding in the buildings, right? So now we'll see kind of more CS:GO action. People
look at
need to initiate their plans to breach buildings. We'll see how they practice that because
Yeah.
this is the
Smokes.
moment of truth.
Smokes. That's how you do it. M24 there, shown by our Loot Goblin Observer, who loves to go for every crate. Man, I love to go for every crate myself because I don't get to go into it in game, so might as well see what other people can put their hands on, right? Be a bit of a voyeur, if so can I say so myself. And there we go, the massive exodus, the massive immigration. Open up the floodgates because everybody and their mother are making their way into Primorsk. This is going to be savage, man. I can't wait to see how this one ends.
Let's see if Miko will actually take some shots at who was that? Who was that team going from the military base? Railgun is playing for Team Riotous Bestia. So let's see if Miko is gonna take some shots on them. I think they're gonna just be on the edge of the circle for now, not taking chances, and gonna go late into the circle next time. Now we see some shots from Team PogChamp onto
L2P
Grachi.
Lush.
That's Grachi.
That's Team Grachi, or Grachi, whatever. No, wait, actually, no. L2P Lush is from Gambino Esports.
Yeah, I was
Yeah. Well, you're close. No cigar. However, talking about close, how close are these players one to another? So many squads all into Primorsk right now. Just one lonely, lonesome guy in the water there to find from Ghost Gaming. But most of them have already made their way. They're already defending. Ewan as well, spotting some enemies there, taking shots and knocking them out there. BenQ taken down from Guild Force Esports. And Wolf is so low, but he will get a chance to res his fallen teammate.
even with the follow-up
Oh.
grenade, if it goes in, this will be
No.
fantastic.
It's just in the other room.
Barely.
If you would throw the nade onto the right side window, it would have worked out fine. But yeah, this way it does not. Havu on the outside. They're going to be a bit late to the party here, and it might end up hurting them as well.
Look at NIP
Oh,
taking the long route on the north side of the circle. I wonder what their plan is, because they have nothing to breach from this side.
There's so many people in Primorsk, dude. Like,
It's a party time in Primorsk, man.
yeah, dude. Lose your pants.
Holy moly, this Harry Potter tower is...
OP.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think so, man.
And
This-
close
this
to this
hill-
Harry Potter, you know why it's Harry Potter? Why that Harry Potter is OP? Because very close to it, there is a divot in that hill, right there where they are on the Harry Potter. That divot is phenomenal to play with. Oh, and check this one out: gatekeeping, Fuzzy Potato knocked out low, and Fausto copy in the meantime, finding a frag there. I'm not too sure.
They're going to leave him.
Yeah, they're
for
gonna have
sure.
to leave him. But still, Fuzzy is still into this one. And we already see a knockout there. Snake
the
has been
hooligans.
taken out from the hooligans. Yes, undercover Pie, doing good.
Flyco is approaching now. Primos, they're getting shot at
Ooh.
100%. This is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, with a triple motorbike. Wherever they go, they're going to get shot on. It does look to be a down indeed. Hit Thrower is going to be the first one to fall. Their Comet still alive, but not for long. And just one member left now for Flyco, if I do say so myself. Or perhaps there's just two of them. I'm not too sure about that one.
We just saw Flyco's losing 2 players from that bike. Man, they took a really
Risky
dangerous
play.
route.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
wondering maybe it was better to go behind the warehouse.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that's what maybe that's what I would have done. But yeah,
Maybe that, the problem with bike.
but I do see
right?
the map.
you have a 3-man bike that is so hard to handle. NIP getting shot at. Oh my god, this is gonna be nasty for NIP. This is the second time they have this moment when they are going out of the blue and meeting another team. Now, Borg is getting knocked out.
Susie not using an Uzi, but still getting the downs onto Borg. Borg will be rest. They're behind a tree right now. Ooh, they're taking damage though.
Hit and Run having their game of their life right now.
Yeah, very good gatekeeping, but themselves are on the edge of the white. If NIP were the ones gatekeeping at the previous game, it's got to be them that actually are being kept. And now, yes, there will be a moment of respiro for them as they try to make their way. Man, I butchered that word. As they try to make their way into the first circle, or sorry, into the next circle. At least they don't have to travel much. At least they have that.
I actually like the positioning from Hit and Run right now.
Yeah, I told you. It's a good place to be.
What about White Tempt Fate? The west side of the circle, also pretty nice. They have the high ground. They're taking shots right now at Fuzzy Potato, and they're engaging also the Wizard Tower.
Yep, that is true.
Ooh, look at that. Railgun with the boat is getting shot at from
Riotous
the
Beastie.
Primorsk.
Yeah, Riotous Beastie having a hard time there. They were the ones in the military base, and now they're trying to make their way with the boat, now ditching it in
I like
favor
that
of
decision.
swimming, which is not a bad idea indeed, because they are close to the white or inside of it as well. So
And it's so
bad.
easy
Ghost
to get
Gaming, though.
killed from the boat when you have 4 people there.
Oh,
my,
man.
fantastic shots from Mikoi with that SKS suppressed with the 4x scope. I love the weapon, man. High damage. If you're good at handling the recoil on that gun, it is nasty.
Absolutely. And looks like Envious are having a very hard time here. Mikoi not allowing anybody to get in here. And it looks like Czech Shooter will drown
So, but
himself.
with this, I think Mikoi didn't get the kill in this situation.
I don't think he did. Cause
He
his
did
enemy-
knock him down, right? But then the
Didn't
take
get-
was
yeah.
actually from drowning and not from
the water
the
gets the
bleeding
kill.
out.
That's it. Susie's still trying to take shots at NIP, who are just juking, just jazzing around that circle. They are not too far from the white, though, so they will be okay for now. They'll make it out alive. They don't have to worry about too much. But now they're going to be running up against Havu, and we know how powerful Havu can be. NIP is still a very powerful team themselves. This will be a bit of a good battle to watch.
And
Let's
they're
see.
playing from Team House, actually, right now. They're in Sweden. They're playing from
Nice.
EU, and they're practicing a lot. So
There they are. There they are.
They should
spot
have really
Havu.
good communication because they're sitting next to each other, all of them.
True. That makes it so much easier. That makes it so much better. So let's see if they can put that good communication to use here where they do meet Havu Gaming. But as the circle restricts, well, they're still on the very edge of the blue. They're going to have to move again soon. So they have to take this battle or they have to make their way out of it. And it looks like they might just be approaching with that smoke. It tells me that
2
they might
smokes.
go into that compound.
3 smokes. 3 smokes being used by Borg.
That means that they're going to go in.
Yeah, they have to. Mikoi, in the meantime, knocked out Kala. So that was another player in the water getting knocked
Oh,
out.
good for NIP though. Look at this. They got the circle to them. So Havu have to breach them on that top
They
side.
actually have a nice position top of the circle north side. There's a
they're getting
nice
shredded.
hill, but the problem is now they have to take the fights with Havu and getting shot.
Shredded, absolutely shredded. Enzo Lenzo coming in with the hard shots there. Crunches all that remains for, and I know X is well alive, but Crunch has found himself a space between or behind a tree. Not a good space to be in here. So X now is all that remains, and he's being spotted as well. Enzo Lenzo already taking the fire in his general direction. Havu Gaming, what a beast of a team, man.
And NIP would love to see sequoias instead of those small trees there, because they weren't
Sequoias.
they weren't enough to actually get, you know, a safe position from the crossfire that Havu did set up. Were very well played by Havu, because they were sitting in one position in the house, but they knew that they need to take wider crossfire to take out NIP, so they spread out very nicely.
That was good, and that worked fine. Oh, look at this one. White tempt fate. Looks like they're tempting someone else, indeed, as they do try to breach this. Powerful, by the way. I told you.
Yeah, but
Caster,
now
by
you
the way,
can
haha.
hit and run. We're gonna get wrecked by the nades. I mean, you're gonna
Easy.
see. Yeah, I mean, if you throw
Easy.
nades skillfully, this
Watch.
is easy to breach.
Just watch. Look how fresh he go. Look how fresh he go. He's holding on to his ankle there. Ashik looks like he wants to get into that one. But as soon as he gets up, he's going to be spotted by someone else. I do believe in Primorsk. Looked to be taking fire against that angle. But here comes a full breach into that compound. Oh! And Freshy comes in with a knockout. But Hypok returns fire. That's
Well
gonna be a
traded.
good kill. Well traded. Well memed. Circle strangled in 2 seconds now. So teams have to move from Primorsk towards the northern side of it. And now X, you can see him trying to cover in that ticket checker. Havu's so close to him, they can smell his breath.
But there's a second member of NIP just behind them. So if they're not paying
Wait, what?
attention,
No way.
they are gonna get backstabbed.
No.
Yorsky knows that there's someone behind him. Yeah, there's a second member of NIP still alive.
Oh, this is going to be so hard for X. That's going to be the end of it. Lenzo just hovering around, and that's the
about
end
it.
of NIP. They're going to be wrecked. Shredded. With 39 left alive, so they don't have that good of a placement, unfortunately, here. Havu still wrecking up house, and now they're going to be meeting FlyQuest, who seem to be coming their way.
Man, the Ninja and Pajamas don't have a really good time right now.
Yeah.
Low placement, second time. We'll see. Alright, this circle is actually in the open, relatively in the open, because we had, you know, almost the entire circle was Primorsk, and now it's gonna end up on the roads north of Primorsk, and a lot of people are gonna die in the next seconds. You can see the kill feed being updated real time. Venere died outside the play zone. Unlucky for him. Man, but you need to be fast with decisions in those circles.
Oh,
Do
yeah.
I boost? Like, you know, you need to boost before the circle changes.
Mhm.
So you need to kind of take a risk there, right?
That's your IGL. That's when your IGL says, all right, lads, calm down, hide now, fully boost, then we're going in. Now, have a look at Havu Gaming. They had a hard time there with NIP, but not for long. They've dinked them. They dominated them. Now they're going to have a bit of spike and a thorn on their sides by FlyQuest. But they have the circle. Teams have to move towards them. And here comes the massive... If we saw the massive immigration into Primorsk, now we see the massive emigration out of it. As Tumai holds on to an angle there. GMT close to him. They're going to be going for that res, but that need doesn't fly in. It
That
does
was a
not
lot of
connect.
damage.
Yeah, that KK is taken down super low, but still, GMT does not connect to a kill. That's important. Oh, look at this one. Frauser taking a compound, which isn't necessarily the best one to take. He is alone in this battle here. Undercover Pine Room, close to him, but still, I don't think they've spotted him. I don't think
Frauser is
Gale
actually
Force have spotted him.
decent, but now the problem is the circle is
Yeah.
closing.
Oh, look at so many teams trying to make their way
Look
out
at
of
it,
it.
what happened? 3 people get knocked out immediately.
Instantly. This is what happens when you wait so late to try and make your move. A vehicle exploded and everything is going down on this map. Primorsk is ablaze and not many teams can come out of the fire successfully. Jempty with a sliver health is going to be dinked down and taken out by McCoy from Ghost Gaming here. Again, Havu Gaming with a strong position. FlyQuest doing good as well, but Havu Bikini Battle comes forward, finding himself a good frag now. He's going to be dinked down himself. He has to be careful. He will retreat as enemies cover him left and right. Havu still in this one.
What a slaughter that was. But beautifully, beautiful explosion. Michael Bell would not make it better.
And, oh, look at
Ghost
this.
Gaming have...
Ghost Gaming right next to Theater of Mayhem.
Yeah, but those buildings are really hard to breach, and they're outside of the circle, right?
They're
Next one?
inside.
No, they're inside. Yeah.
Just barely. They're at the edge of the next white.
Solid FPS on the west side. Oh,
What
man.
side?
That's gonna be nasty. I don't see him doing well in this situation.
Well, the thing is, he's been playing for placement, and he's not been doing bad. He's not been doing bad.
But he's
He's
gonna
lost a lot of
move.
teammates early on, and he's
Oh,
still
and he's
alive.
now dead.
Never mind. Good job indeed. And Havu Gaming having another contender trying to take their spot, and this time it's going to be Bikini Model downed. This doesn't happen often. So now that this occurs, he's going to have to make his way closer to his teammates. Full squad still. Bikini Model is not out of this game, and Silenzo might go forward and try and help him out. And still, first is going to be dropping a smoke to make sure that it's possible to get that res. No, actually, they go for the frag to deny the point. And Silenzo, or maybe
Good
his
decision.
nade was short. I don't
I'm
know
actually
what
not
happened.
sure what happened here. It's kind of hard to follow right now because there's so many things happening
Yeah.
at once.
White Temp Fate, again, look at this. They're so close to Theater of Mayhem, which are so close to Ghost Gaming. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, this is gonna be nasty now. Who has the nades? Who has those like crucial? Oh my god, the positioning from Avenger gave him the option to kill Teen
Through the low
17,
window.
17 through the small crack, and now the
Oh,
nade not only
wow.
killed the 17 but also knocked Ashik. Now Avenger has also the information that there is someone getting a res right now.
Yeah, and Baha Waka coming in from White Temp Fate to try and rest his own teammate. But he's not going to have an easy bait, as Avenger and X-Chris are still in that compound, mate.
Look at that. In the meantime, Define Legit got knocked out by someone.
But he got rest, which is the
Yeah.
most important part. Ghost Gaming still into this one. Snaker holding true to his name, sneaking around that compound there. But now, all these teams have to move in exactly where Havo are placed. Havo with a very, very good chance to win this third match.
They
Let's see if they're
have
gonna be doing it.
3 players in a superb position right now. So if they're going to just wait till everyone will kill each other, they have this,
A chance.
the cherry picking, basically.
Yeah, exactly. All they have to do is stick around and watch for whoever tries to get into their angle there. It's going to be X-Chris knocking out Jorski, though. So that's a good knockout there. He will be rest. It's just Havo on that crest.
10 seconds left for the circle to shrink. Bahawaka just got killed from
Bahawaka,
White and
eh.
Fade.
Havo
I don't
now.
really mind getting shots. All those soul survivors from the other side of the circle, but he's not landing any of those.
Look at this ghost. Look at this
Holy
ghost.
glory.
Flank from Ghost from Define Legit comes in, but all he can get is one before he gets downed himself. And Mikwoy comes in with a double frag as well. Chris finally taking Havo and so down, so that's going to be Havo taken out of the game here. It's going to be Avenger versus, it's going to be a 2v1 situation here. Just Havo versus Ghost. And it's going to be, we're actually Theater of Mayhem.